Okay, so here in this first problem, we have two balls or two particles. We can see them right there, the A and B. And they're asking us to determine the coefficient of restitution between ball A and ball B. So what is the coefficient of restitution? And we're given the velocities, over here. So we see that the velocity of A at 1, it's equals to 8 meters per second going to the right. The velocity of B at 1 is 2 meters per second going to the left. Velocity of A2, it's equals to 1 meters per second to the right. And velocity of B2 is equals to 9 meters per second also to the right. So using the equation that we saw before, where the coefficient of restitution is equals to VB2 minus VA2 divided by BA1 minus BB1, we can substitute in those values. So this will be 9 meters per second minus 1 meter per second over here. I'll write the units on the side, meters per second. And this is divided by, velocity of A1, that's 8 meters per second. Of course, we're going to assume to the right it's positive. This is 8 minus, notice because the BB1 is going to the left, this will be negative 2, also in meters per second. So when you obtain out of here, we'll find out that the coefficient of restitution, that's 1 minus 8, that's 8 minus 8 minus 2, that's, going to add up to 10. So this is 8 divided by 10, so this is equals to 0.8. So we have almost a pretty elastic collision. And we see that the particles bounce back, but they bounce back with different velocities. So that's how we find the coefficient of restitution. Let's do the problem below. In this case, we have two cars that are colliding right there. They're two freight cars. We have the masses of both, we have their velocities, and they're giving us a coefficient of restitution also right there. So they're asking us to determine the velocity of each car after the collision. So what are those velocities for the cars? All right, so let's see. Let's write down the given. So we have here the mass of the train car A, that's 15 million grams. So once again, if you convert, that is 15,000 kilograms. So make sure you guys work it in kilograms. We have the mass of the car B, that is 25,000 kilograms. We have the velocity of A1, that is 5 meters per second to the right. Remember, these are vectors. Velocity of B1, that is 7 meters per second to the left, or we can write it as negative. And they're giving us a coefficient of restitution of 0.6. And they're asking us to find what is BA2 and what is BV2. So we have two unknowns on this system. Okay, so once again, remember the problem was ask us to the procedures to first apply the conservation of momentum. So applying conservation of momentum, we're going to get MA BA1 plus MB BV1 is equals to MA BA2 plus MB BV2. Of course, we're assuming it like that, the coefficient is not zero, so they're not going to be coupling together. They're pretty much going to bounce back, but of course, some of the energy will be lost in the process. So if we substitute, we're going to be able to get everything in terms of one variable that we can then substitute into something else. So let's substitute in this one. So mass of A, once again, that will be 15,000 kilograms. VA, that is 5 meters per second plus 25,000 kilograms times negative 7 meters per second. This is equals to 15,000 VA2 plus 25,000 BV2. So after you rearrange on both sides, you are going to end up with 75 100,000. Oh, well, let's just keep that, and we're gonna get negative 100,000 equals to the 15,000 VA2 plus 25,000 BV2, which then you can simplify into negative 100 equals to 15 V2 plus 25 BV2. And this is one equation that we're going to be using right there. Okay, so we have two unknowns, so we can apply the other equation. The other equation comes from the restitution. So we can write here, 0.6, it's equals to BV2 minus BA2 divided by BA1, so that is 5, minus BV1, so that is negative 7. So rearranging out of here, that's 5 plus 7, that's 12. And 12 times 0.6, so this is 0.6 divided equals to BV2 minus VA2 over 12. If you rearrange out of here, you're going to obtain 7.2. It's equals to BV2 minus BA2. And we can write a systems of equations. Once again, we can rearrange. There's multiple ways to solve this. There's two unknowns, two equations. You can do a system of equations. That's probably the easiest way to do. Or you can solve for BA or BV, rearrange and plug in, substitute, right? Or do the method where you make them equal to each other, and then, they subtract and cancel stuff. There's multiple ways to do this. I might do the system of equations. And after I did that, I'll find out that the velocity A2, it's equals to 7 meters per second. And the velocity BV2, it's equals to 0.2 meters per second. Okay, so notice how the car that had the most mass, so in this case car B, was more massive, it had more momentum at the beginning. After they crash, because also really hard for it to move after they crash, they end up having different values. Oh, in this case, 7 meters per second, but I think I forgot to add it. This is moving to the left, so in this case should have been negative 7. And this one should be moving to the right. So we give that as positive 2. Yes, the other one is 7, I believe. Yeah, it is negative 7, so it is moving to the left. You can keep it at negative 7 or just positive moving to the left. But notice once again, they're moving in opposite direction. So yeah, makes sense that in terms of their masses, their sizes, and the velocities that we're going, it makes sense that they're going now in opposite directions with slower velocities that they had or bigger velocities that they actually started with.